Okay, hey, it's me, Matthew Morgan again. Just finishing that video. What I was trying to explain in the first video was, here's the thing. Believe it or not, it's your decision. I can't force nothing. Man does not make his own decisions. You have influences outside of your own visual, meaning your physical visual. There's, how do I say, entities and deities of both sides of this plane, whispering in both sides of your ear, saying, do this or do that. Thing is, they can't force you. That's something you have to decide. Like, for example, if you see a homeless person on the street begging for change, you could feel that nudge to say, go ahead, do it. You know it's right. Go ahead. But you can also ignore it. You can also hear that evil side you saying, man, screw that person. If they ain't trying, that's not your problem, man. Walk away. You can ignore it and do right, or you can just say, screw it. And here's the thing about God that the church is not trying to tell you. God is not going to show himself to man, because man, if you've seen God, you pretty much cower in fear because of his size and his knowledge and everything. But he's not, doesn't want no one fearing him. He just wants people to understand. I put you on earth to test you and see what you can handle, what you can't handle, what you learn from, what you don't learn from. All this life is a basic test, and once you pass away, those who don't believe in God is eventually going to see him. Those who do believe in God, just not the right way, are eventually going to see him. Those who do believe in a higher power that just don't know what it is are going to see him. Everyone at some point is going to meet him. So, like I said, this life is what you call a balance of negative and spiritual positive energy. We're energy, we're just physical energy. Like, in our form, this body we got is considered the dust of the earth. Like, you know, when you plant a flower in the soil, this form is considered that soil. Why? Because when you pass away and your body's put into the ground, you slowly deteriorate and you look like the dirt of the earth once somebody, you know, brings your body out of the ground after 20, 30 years, maybe longer. And the thing is, mostly, you have to be allowed to believe whatever you want for a reason. There's a reason why you can't see angels, you can't see demons, you can't see your loved ones when they pass, you can't see God, you can't see Satan, you can't see Jesus, you can't see no spiritual being because you're not allowed. What I mean when I say you're not allowed is humanity has to make its own decisions based on what humanity thinks is right or what humanity thinks is wrong. People constantly say, is God concerned about humanity? Yeah. Does God see what's wrong with humanity? Yeah. Yeah, he does. Why ain't he stopping it? Here's the thing you gotta understand about that. Earth is where man gets to make decisions about life. Heaven is where God makes decisions about life. Hell is where Satan gets to make calls. Earth is our domain to do what we want, as long as you can stand the consequences of doing what you want. That's why Earth is here. For the beast to exist, for man to exist, and we both coexist. All God can do is simply, here's why you're wrong. Here's why you're wrong. This is what you need to fix. But he's not going to just say it. He's just going to show it to you. And for those who get it, get it. Those who don't, it might take you a while. But eventually, everyone at some point is going to get it. And God's on his throne just like, well, let's see, church is not changing. They're still teaching hate, separation. They're still scarring my image. They're still disrespecting my name, even though he don't care nothing about that. They still are teaching wrong about me. Okay, that's not going to change no time soon. This person's still doing this. They're still stuck in this mindset. Okay, help them get out of that eventually. Animals are still suffering because man doesn't know how to love what's lesser than it or equal to it. That's still happening. White still hating black, black still hating white. Okay, that's still occurring. We need to fix that and work on that. Grown adults still having relations with children. That's still occurring. Okay. Bullying. People thinking they're more than people. People thinking they're less than people. That's still happening. And just so you understand, they call me crazy or whatever. Hey, your own opinions. It ain't my thing. I'm just letting you know. When you see wickedness on earth and good, just understand this. It's a battle, man. It's like everyone. Here's the thing. There's certain people on this earth that constantly do evil and do not care. They serve him. There's people on this earth that constantly do good and don't want nothing for it. They serve him. Then, there's people that are in that balance of trying to do good, but then evil makes them want to do one thing, then the other. Everyone gets tempted, tested, and tried. Period. As long as you're a human, it's going to happen. I don't care how good your heart is, how evil you are, who you think you believe in, who you think you're serving. Everyone at some point is going to get tested. Period. This earth is made to prove that point. And then people ask, why can't we see God? Here's the thing. If you have not coped with your own flaws in life, you haven't got to know yourself, you haven't got to be able to deal with your small problems on this earth, you haven't got to deal with your own little petty earthly issues, then God is something you ain't ready for. Why? Because if you see God, you see yourself. I mean, he's a gigantic spiritual being, but looking into God is like looking into your own truth. Question is, can you handle it? It's like looking at Jesus. If you look into the eyes of Jesus, you see your own reality. Can you handle that? That's why you can't see God, because a lot of people can't handle seeing truth, or the truth they ain't willing to face. Just saying. But one day you're going to see him. Is he going to be angry? Pointing judgment? You're just going to say, I understand. You fucked up. I get it. It happens. Now we can try this again and help you do better. But just want to say, if you see evil being done, that's not the person. It's an influence. But the person's acting it out for the influencer that's not being able to be seen. Now again, I'm going to say this. The reason why you can't see nothing spiritual is because you have to be allowed to think you're doing them things on your own. Just to keep it 100 with you. And the reason why, again, I'm going to say you can't see your spiritual, like your loved ones when they pass away, is because once they leave this flesh, they can't have connections with you, because once they leave this body, their ability to contact man is gone. Because Jesus knows if I allow the spiritual beings to connect with the physical ones, A, it might scare you, or B, you might kill yourself, to be perfectly honest. Because if you see something you don't recognize, it's going to scare the crap out of you. You might try to kill it or kill yourself, that's all I'm saying. Or you might feel guilty because you didn't do something they were hoping you would get done. So once they pass, he has to wipe their ability to see you, or they can still see you, you just can't see them. So they have to be invisible to you so you can act out your life however you see fit. Not the way they ask, but the way you see fit. It's just what did they teach you and what did you listen to that matters. After that, it's up to you. Just like God, same thing. He's invisible because he wants you to make your own life decisions. Be that bad, good, right, wrong, wicked, righteous. That has to be your decision. Same thing with Jesus. Same thing with angels. Same thing with demons. Same thing with Satan. All right. I'm out.